Well, I think it's easy to say that the weather in England isn't great. Everywhere is bloody flooding. So I think for today's vlog, we'll be staying indoors. Let's go home where it is lovely and warm. However, Christmas is officially over. So it is time to tidy up all of these toys and say goodbye to the tree. And not only one tree, but two trees. Right, if you're wondering why I'm holding this, it's because we need to fix something as well. I'm not sure if it was Benjamin, but he broke one of these banister posts sticking out of here. So we need to stick a new one in, paint it, and put it back in place. But I think before we do all of that, we have a little bit of a tidy up because this place is a bomb site. So first things first, I'm gonna need my washing basket so I can do my daily job of sorting out the washing. Thankfully, no tissue casualties today. Let's put that one on and that one on. Unfortunately, there was actually quite an expensive casualty recently, and that comes in the form of a new jumper I bought for Jess. It's kind of shrunk a little bit. Apparently, you're actually meant to hand wash these things, but it does say online that you can use the hand wash setting on your washing machine, which is a big fat lie. So if you have any suggestions on how to save this very expensive polo jumper I bought for Jess, then please let me know in the comments down below. But anyways, with the table nice and clean, I can begin folding the clothes. Now, if you didn't know already, this is actually an Airbnb, and we do have a cleaner who comes around every week. However, for some reason, we like to clean before he comes. I don't know if this is like a normal thing you're meant to do with cleaners. We've never actually had one. I would like to pay for one to come around the flat, because it does get a little time consuming to like constantly have to be cleaning all the time. But I just don't like the idea of him coming around to like a really messy place and expect him to clean up all of our stuff. However, it's never a wasted visit because he does come around and change the sheets every week for us and takes the old ones away for dry cleaning. However, I could never expect him to take Benjamin's pants and clean those. I think at that point there is a certain line that's been crossed. However, with the laundry mostly done, I think it's time we sort the tree out. Not before I get my medicine off Dr. Benji. Do you want to show your outfit?
Yeah.
Look at that. He's got me all bandaged up, so the tree moving is on pause. So we're just doing that without the cow pole?
Yes. Because it was washed. Yep.
Thank you. Anyway, speaking of Benjamin's toys, let's move all these up to his bedroom. Thankfully, the entertainer gave us a big old bag to put them in, and on top of that, they all come in boxes, which is very convenient. I actually think that today's vlog might commence the beginning of the end for the house, as we slowly but surely start to sort the flat out and begin moving things back there, which is probably perfect timing really because the weather is abysmal. That's good old January for you in England. I don't think we're going to be doing too much decorating. We're just talking about getting a new sofa in for like storage underneath the sofa, but we're actually also considering getting rid of our sofa completely and putting a dining table there instead, because from a practicality standpoint, we'd probably use that way more than we would a sofa. Genuinely, for the last 5 years we've had it, we barely sit on it. Even in this house, we barely use this sofa. Don't get me wrong, it's nice to have, but I don't think we're really like the sit on a sofa, watch TV kind of couple. Even when Benji plays a Switch or he watches TV, he likes to be as close as humanly possible to it. I think I might have to tell him that he's going to get square eyes soon. All right, with the living room mostly cleared away, I think we should start taking everything off the tree. And rather fortunately, I think there should be enough space in this box to put all the baubles in. Now that fitted a bit more perfectly than I was expecting to. Look at that. Beautiful. Now it's just a case of taking all of the lights down off a very spiky tree. I feel like I've done about 50 laps of this thing at the moment. Jesus Christ. But the lights are back in the box. And it's a sad day to say goodbye to the tree. I really like this tree. I think this might be the best tree that we've ever had. I just can't believe that we got it from Morrison's. Now, I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm trusting the internet again, because apparently you can put the tree in a sheet and then ratchet strap it together to make it easier to transport to the tip. Now, I've just had some more bad news I just nipped to the car in the form of a penalty charge. Now, all it says on here is that I've broken contravention code 30, whatever that is, and I assume it's because you can't see the permit. Now, I can pay this right now and I get a 50% discount, which means I only paid £25. However, I most definitely have a permit on my car. And according to the back of this slip, I can dispute it. So I think I might try that later. Anyways, back to the task at hand. Oh no, it's full of water. Oh no, that's not good. Oh, now my sheets. Things are just going from bad to worse. Okay, take two. Let's try taking it out of the base. I'm really hoping this thing doesn't just fall over. Fingers crossed it just stays there. All right, let's try this again, shall we? It's still in the base. Another thing that I have forgotten is it nails it in at the bottom, so I now have a hammer or a mallet. Right, we're going to do a bit of a timber, I think. Oh, at least we have some progress. This is very sweaty work. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do this because that math doesn't really add up. Okay, right, so if I wrap it, this might be the biggest Christmas present I've ever wrapped. I feel like I just need to tie it as tightly as possible and then get the ratchet straps around it. I use the corners like this. Just tie it. By the way, this is like a cheap sheet that I bought from Amazon for camping that I don't use anymore. And we'll tie a knot at the end. Honestly, this is ridiculous. Right, I've managed to get one ratchet strap on. Let's see if this works. This could take a while. You know, I'm not sure if it would have been easier just to shove it in the car because I don't know what this is, but it don't look good. It kind of looks like I've just murdered someone and wrapped them in a sheet. It's fine. No one will ever know. See? Doesn't fit. A few adjustments later, banging. Now we're just left with the poor remains of a tree. Very sad. Right, time to head back out into the misery and take it to the skip. I have to say, it smells lovely in here. Essence of Christmas tree. I'm not sure I've chosen the best time to come to the skip, but rather worryingly, I was like driving here in limp mode and I was getting the dashboard flash at me. There is a red warning light on the dash. And now I want to say it's because it says there's 3 people sitting in the car without seatbelts on, which I assume is what it thinks the tree is. I guess I'll find out on the way back home if I've broken Jess's car. Time to say goodbye. Oh, join the other trees. One thing I have done to Jess's car is left quite the mess. I think I'll take the opportunity to clean it. Typical that it stops raining now. But right, we still have warning lights on. That can't be normal. It's not even really giving me any indication as to why that's happening. I'll have to ask Jess. It's her car, maybe she knows what's wrong with it. I'm such an idiot, man. The light on the dash was because I left the handbrake up a tiny bit. How was I meant to know that? I've not driven her car in forever. Anyways, time to hoover up the remains of our Christmas tree. And it has to be said again, man. This room actually doesn't feel as homely without the tree in it. I put the chair back where it went, but it just doesn't feel as homely as it did before. Either way, that is job well done. Time for the next task of the day, which means heading back out because I need some paint and I need a saw. So we're in my car with the automatic handbrake, which I understand what that means. Again, I'm so stupid. But we're in home base looking for gloss. And the smaller the tin, the better. Which sadly, this is the smallest tin they do. And I've taken a bit of a gamble and bought this piece of wood. I do think it's going to be too small, but we're going to give it a go, aren't we? Yeah. Next stop is the flat because I believe I have a saw right here. And get ready to see us around this place a lot more often because I have actually had an update saying they only really need to fix the front door now and the mold on the windows, which they're coming to fix next week. So prepare yourself for a absolute montage of tip runs and clearing out this place because we need to come back here and get rid of as much stuff as possible. Like I said, I'm considering getting rid of the sofa completely and putting like a dining table here that we could sit around and have dinner in and use it a bit more frequently because right now we just don't sit on it. And in the bedroom, I'm considering a complete wipeout, literally stripping it to its bare bones and starting over in there and turning it into more of like an office room that just happens to have a bed in it because Jess works out that room, she does her crafting stuff out that room. Like, we just need more storage. Anyway, back to the task at hand. And time to see if I've guesstimated correctly. I don't... Oh, it's close, but it's too small. By literally like a mil. It's actually... Oh, it's not bad. But this one is much closer. The only downside is it is ever so slightly too big to go in there, so I need to sand down the end. And then hopefully I can squeeze it in. And with a little encouragement from the mallet, we have got it in place. Now all that's left to do is mark it up and cut it to size. All right, a little bit of help from Benjamin. We're gonna mark it up there. Good job, cameraman. And then just one quick saw later. You know what I've just realised? There is a garden out there that I could be doing this in. Force a habit of being in the flat, but does it fit? Ooh. It's good. Ooh, fits perfectly. Now we're just going to glue it into place, and that is a job well done. Is that the right way to do it? Absolutely not, but you know, DIY Dave with the limited things that I do have has used the wrong type of wood to put a post back in here. But to be honest, with a little bit of gloss, you're not going to notice any difference anyway. For now, we just need to wait for the glue to dry on this, and then what I might do is I might get a nail and put a nail into the banister anyway to make it a little bit more sturdy like these ones, and then I can paint it. But I think for now that is one productive day completed. So it's time to wrap up this vlog and say thank you very much for tuning into one of my random DIY days at home. If you have enjoyed it, make sure you click that thumbs up button and click subscribe. And I'll catch you for the next vlog where we're probably going to be start working on the flat every single Wednesday and Sunday at 6 p.m. But as always, guys, been Orion. Thank you very much for watching. Peace, peace, much love. Bye-bye.